Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. And as you all know, 2020 has been such a mess and I feel like it zoomed past really quickly before anyone knows it. And I would say that, it's not a very good year for everyone. Actually, 2020 made me realize a lot of things, and there are a lot of things that I wanted to do in 2020 that I didn't get to do. And some may have been forgotten because I've never really written them down, and I'm not really someone who puts down like a list of things that I want to achieve within a year. But I feel like just because I didn't do that for 2020, I didn't really have a specific set of goals that I wanted to achieve in that particular year, and I just wanted to sort of go with the flow. And so for 2021, I decided to create 21 things that I wish to achieve this year. My first goal for 2021 is that I want to be healthier. I want to eat healthier and just in general take care of my body more, because I feel like in 2020 I've just been staying at home. I tend to lean towards eating like junk food, and I had so much McDonald's takeaways and it was crazy, and I definitely wasn't taking care of my body that well. And I feel like that is something that I want to change in 2021. And that leads me to another factor, which is Meatless Monday. I don't think I've ever realized how much meat I've eaten in my life until when I started staying at home, and I just realized that I'm always bloated, and I mean it's not a good feeling to be always bloated. And like I really want to start incorporating more veggies into my meals and trying to not rely on eating meat so much. So I want to start a Meatless Monday. And I know my sister will be so down to do this with me because she's really healthy. The third one is that I want to quit being a perfectionist and stop questioning myself. This is one of the issues that I've realized in the past. I don't know why whenever I will make like a final product or just like design a building for my class, like it's never really enough. But to be honest, like as a design student, you're never gonna get the perfect outcome that you want. There's always things that you want to change, but I guess that is something that I could never take on, and I always wanted to change. So that is something that I've been working on, which is to accept things for what they are and that they're going to be good enough. And the other goal is to step out of my comfort zone. I know this is such a vague goal, and a lot of people could just say like, oh, I want to step out of my comfort zone, but by doing what? And for me, starting a YouTube channel is already a huge like stepping out of my comfort zone, because I am someone who's pretty private in terms of how I like my life to be. And the fifth one is that I want to refine my portfolio. This is something that I've been just putting behind for the longest time. I feel like whenever I finish a project, like the worst thing is to compile them together, because you gotta make them look nice. And being such an indecisive person I am, like it's never done. So that's something I want to do, and that leads me to my sixth point, which is to get a job at Denmark. You guys probably don't know this. I was actually supposed to study abroad at Denmark this semester, but due to COVID and just a lot of restrictions, and my parents were really worried about me going, I decided to go against that and decided to do my semester online instead. I guess this is something that I'm pretty upset about, because going to Denmark has been just one of my dreams, and I've never really been there, and the architecture there is gorgeous, and it would have been a good getaway, especially during this pandemic. But at the same time, like I guess I'm fortunate enough to just be at home and have a comfortable house to live in and just still be healthy physically. I really want to go there again. So for my ninth point is that I really want to volunteer. This is something that I've been thinking about for a long time. I feel like this entire pandemic actually made me realize that I'm really fortunate, and there are a lot of people struggling out there. I just wanted to volunteer and try to help out as much as I can instead of just donating. I want to do something that's more hands-on. And the 10th one is cook more frequently. If you haven't seen my latest video, I'll link it down below. But when I was back in New York, I actually cook a lot, but I don't know why whenever I come back home I just never want to cook. And I guess it's just like the comfort of being at home, and this is something that I want to work on more. I want to keep cooking, as I feel like it's a very therapeutic thing to do, but I guess it's also partially because I have 4 other siblings, and whenever you cook, you gotta cook for like the entire family, and there's 7 of us. And the 11th one is to disconnect from technology. This is definitely a hard one for me, just because I'm always at home and I don't really know what to do. So I always lean towards like watching Netflix or just being on Instagram scrolling through what people are doing, and I just want to be more in the moment. So the 12th one is time management. So I realized ever since staying at home, experience is worth a lot. And I feel like in my first few years of uni, because I was just so stuck on like getting a high GPA or just trying to make the best work, and you know, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but I would say that I gave out a lot of opportunities to go out. I was always at the studio, and there was a lot of the things that I thought about that I'm like, oh wow, I haven't done that. Like, I've been in New York for so long and I haven't done that, and it's pretty crazy to see that during this pandemic I just had the thought that, oh, what if I don't ever go back to New York for my studies or to finish my final year? What if I just did it online? There are so many regrets that I have about the things that I didn't do when I was there, and I think that is something that I do not want to repeat again. So, you know, in 2021, I really would just want to have a good time management and have a very good work-life balance. To be honest, I don't really know how to do that yet. Also, I gotta start embracing my failure. In my first year, I was really scared of just doing the wrong things, and after a few more years of architecture, I realized that, you know, sometimes once you fail, you actually realize a lot more things and you actually learn a lot more. I mean, I'm not saying that, oh, I'm gonna try to fail just because I could learn, but if failure does happen, I would just have to look at it in a very positive point of view and realize that it's one of the milestones that I need to go through in order to grow. My next step is self-care. So during this time, like, I did a lot of self-care, started taking care more about myself and my well-being, and again, I started looking at a lot of skincare products and just things that makes me happy. And as you guys know, in my second video, I saw a skincare routine. That video seemed very personal to me because I've always grown up with acne and it's one of my struggles. So I feel like during this pandemic, I was able to look back and start learning about the ingredients within product and realize what are the things that actually benefit me and what are the things that don't. And so far, it's been going good. There are obviously things left to discover and further improve on, but I'm really happy with how far I've been, and I definitely do want to continue this in the future. My 15th point is to donate blood. This is just something that I've always wanted to do, and yeah. And my 17th point, that was 16th, this is 17th, is to take a trip out alone. I'm always the kind of person that gets a bit scared just taking a trip out alone. I don't think I've ever had the guts to do that, and I feel like this time around it would be quite interesting to see how my mind would react. And yeah, it's something that I've always wanted to do, and I just thought that, you know, maybe 2021 would be a good year for me to do that. I also want to take a trip with my friends and just really rebuild on that connection again. I'm not someone who likes texting a lot, so if you're one of my friends who I didn't reply to, I'm really sorry. There's no excuse to that. I'll try to improve on that too. And my 20th goal is to be more patient. Just have to be more patient. My 21st goal is to drink less cold water. That is definitely not something that has been going well because it's so freaking hot in Malaysia, and I don't know how people manage to drink hot water here or any hot drinks. I can drink hot tea at night because it's cold in my room, but I don't think I'll ever be able to drink hot tea or hot coffee or hot water when I'm out and about because it's so hot. That is definitely something that I want to try to fit into my 2021 goal. I wouldn't put myself in so much pressure by saying that these are all of the goals that I want to achieve, but at least give me an idea of the things that I really want to do for 2021. Obviously, the ideal situation would be for me to finish all of these things, but I mean, you gotta be real, right? It's quite hard. But yeah, I think that's it. by creating my own 21 things that I want to do in 2021. I hope I inspire you guys to do yours too. I mean, I wouldn't say that by creating a list you exert a certain amount of pressure on yourself, but it really gives you an idea of what you want to do. It might be a nice thing to look back on. Please do share with me your 2021 list and the things you want to achieve down in the comments below. And yeah, I really hope you guys enjoy this. Bye!